This is a tactic we've seen protesters in Portland use before, so let's go into the KGW vault. A year ago in April 2021, activists set up these large tents called Tarpies to send a message to the city about the housing crisis. They were originally used during the Standing Rock protests in 2016. Last year, protesters set them up along the Peninsula Crossing Trail in North Portland. Some campers moved into them, and activists used them as an example of the kind of organized camps they think the city should start building. A month later, activists gathered at Laurelhurst Park in southeast Portland to try and stop the city from sweeping the homeless camp there. The group Stop the Sweep said they were there to make the campers food and provide them protection from the city. But a lot of the neighbors told us the park was becoming unsafe and they wanted the city to clear it out. That eventually did happen a few months later, although some campers eventually then came back to the park. In 2020, protesters set up in front of the so-called Red House on North Mississippi. Activists were trying to prevent a black and indigenous family from being evicted from their foreclosed home. The family raised a bunch of money on GoFundMe, and the protests mostly fizzled out. But the family has not said if they actually bought the house back or not. And this isn't just a tactic used for homeless or housing-related demonstrations. Remember Occupy ICE protests in 2018? People set up camp outside the Immigration and Customs Enforcement building in southwest Portland to protest the Trump administration's family separation policy. They stayed there for 5 weeks until the city cleared them out. And then there was the original Occupy Portland protest back in 2011. It was part of the larger Occupy Wall Street movement. Protesters set up camp in Chapman and Lonsdale squares downtown. They stayed for more than a month until the city eventually kicked them out.